Sundarbans, vast tract of forest and saltwater swamp forming the lower part of the Padma, Ganges, Ganga, Brahmaputra River Delta in southeastern West Bengal state, northeastern India, and southern Bangladesh. The tract extends approximately 160 miles, 260 kilometers, west-east along the Bay of Bengal from the Hooghly River estuary in India to the western segment of the Meghna River estuary in Bangladesh and reaches inland for about 50 miles, 80 kilometers, at its broadest point. A network of estuaries, tidal rivers, and creeks intersected by numerous channels, it encloses flat, densely forested, marshy islands. The total area of the Sundarbans, including both land and water, is roughly 3,860 square miles, 10,000 square kilometers, about 3/5 of which is in Bangladesh. The name Sundarbans is thought to be derived from Sundari or Sundari, Heritiera fomes, the name of the large mangrove trees that are most plentiful in the area. The forestland transitions into a low-lying mangrove swamp approaching the coast, which itself consists of sand dunes and mud flats. Mangrove forests constitute about 2/5 of the Sundarbans region's overall surface area, with water covering roughly half of that area. The landscape is constantly being transformed by the erosional forces of the sea and wind along the coast and by the enormous loads of silt and other sediments that are deposited along the myriad estuaries. Human activity has also altered the landscape, notably through forest removal, which accelerates erosion. In addition, because considerable amounts of river water have been diverted upstream for irrigation and other uses, salinity in the mangrove swamps has moved farther inland, especially in the Indian sector of the territory. Sundari, Jua or Jengwa, Excoacaria agaloca, Nipa palms, Nipa fruticans, and other halophytic, salt-tolerant, species are the dominant flora in the mangrove swamps. The Sundarbans region is renowned as a refuge for a variety of animal species, many of them rare and endangered. Notably, it is one of the last preserves of Bengal tigers, Panthera tigris, which are found in relative abundance there. Other mammals include spotted deer, wild boars, otters, wildcats, and Ganges river dolphins, Platanista gangetica, but several species that once inhabited the region, including Javan rhinoceroses, gaur, water buffalo, and spotted deer, are now believed to be extinct there. Several dozen reptile and amphibian species are found in the Sundarbans, notably crocodiles, Indian pythons, cobras, and marine turtles. The region is home to more than 250 bird species, both seasonal migrants and permanent residents, including hornbills, storks and other waders, kingfishers, white ibis, and raptors such as sea eagles.
মেদিনীপুরের নাচিরন বাঁকুড়ার ওই ভিটা আর যতন করে বাঁধলি মাথা তাও তো বাঁধা সিধা বেজপাড়িয়া রাজকুমারী গলায় চন্দ্রহার বেজপাড়িয়া রাজকুমারী গলায় চন্দ্রহার দিনে দিনে বাড়ছে তোমার চুলেরই বাহার কালো জলে কুচলা তলে ডুবলো সোনাকা আজ তারা না কাল তারা না পাইছে দর্শন কালো জলে কুচলা তলে ডুবলো সোনাকা আজ তারা না কাল তারা না পাইছে দর্শন নদী ধারে কাছে বধু মিছাই করোয়া হিরি হিরি বাঁকা নদী বইছে বারো মাস কালো জলে কুচলা তলে ডুবলো সোনাকা আজ তারা না কাল তারা না পাইছে দর্শন কালো জলে কুচলা তলে ডুবলো সোনাকা আজ তারা না কাল তারা না
The history of human settlement in the Sundarbans area can be traced back to Mauryan era, 4th to 2nd century BCE. A ruin of an abandoned city was found in the Bugmara forest block that is attributed to Chand Sadagar, a pre-Mauryan semi-historical figure in Bengali folklore. Archaeological excavation at Kapilmuni, Paikacha Upazila, north of the Sundarbans in Bangladesh, revealed ruins of urban settlement dating back to the early Middle Ages. During the Mughal period, forest tracts were leased out by the local rulers for establishing settlements. 19. In 1757, the British East India Company obtained proprietary rights over Sundarbans from the Mughal Emperor Alamgir II and completed mapping the area in 1764. However, systematic forest management started a century later. The first forest management division to have jurisdiction over the Sundarbans was established in 1869. In 1875, a large portion of the mangrove forests was declared as reserved forests under the Indian Forest Act of 1865, Act 8 of 1865. The remaining portions of the forests were declared a reserve forest the following year, and the forest, which was so far administered by the Civil Administration District, was placed under the control of the Forest Department. A forest division, which is the basic forest management and administration unit, was created in 1879 with the headquarters in today Khulna, Bangladesh. The first management plan was written for the period 1893 to 1898.
চল প্রিয়ার বন্তি কই বাংলা নদীর পারে তোর সঙ্গ লই গুরু করুন
The Sundarbans mangroves ecoregion on the coast forms the seaward fringe of the delta and is the world's largest mangrove ecosystem, with 20,400 square kilometers, 7,900 square miles, of an area covered. The dominant mangrove species, Heritiera fomes, is locally known as Sundari or Sundari. Mangrove forests are not home to a great variety of plants. They have a thick canopy, and the undergrowth is mostly seedlings of the mangrove trees. Besides the Sundari, other tree species in the forest include Avicennia, Xylocarpus meckengensis, Xylocarpus granatum, Soneratia apetala, Bruguera gymnoriza, Cereops decandra, Aegiceras corniculatum, Rhizophora mucronata, and Nipa fruticans palms. 26 of the 50 broad mangrove species found in the world grow well in the Sundarbans. The commonly identifiable vegetation types in the dense Sundarbans mangrove forests are saltwater mixed forest, mangrove scrub, brackish water mixed forest, littoral forest, and wet alluvial grass forests. The Bangladesh mangrove vegetation of the Sundarbans differs greatly from other non-deltaic coastal mangrove forests and upland forests associations. Unlike the former, the Rhizophoraceae are of minor importance. Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest of the earth forest, is the lung of the Mother Earth. Without forest it's impossible to live in the world. That's mean no forest, no life. The word forest comes from Old French word forest, also fors. And the band's word derives from the English word forest. The first known forests on Earth arose in the late Devonian, approximately 380 million years ago, with the evolution of Archaeopteryx. A mangrove is a shrub or small tree that grows in coastal saline or brackish water. The term is also used for tropical coastal vegetation, consisting of such species. Mangroves occur worldwide in the tropics and subtropics, mainly between latitudes 25 degrees north and 25 degrees south. The total mangrove forest area of the world in 2000 was 137,800 square kilometers, 53,200 square miles, spanning 118 countries and territories. Mangroves are salt-tolerant trees, also called halophytes, and are adapted to life in harsh coastal conditions. They contain a complex salt filtration system and complex root system to cope with salt water immersion and wave action. They are adapted to the low oxygen conditions of waterlogged mud. Although mangroves inhabit only 0.7% of global coastal zone, but they have a significant contribution to the global carbon. Primary production by mangroves provides a substantial source of energy for aquatic food webs. In the coastal area of Bangladesh, there are huge natural mangrove forests. Sundarbans is the biggest natural mangrove forest in the world, located between Bangladesh and India. The most beautiful part of the Sundarbans consists of Bangladesh and it is 60%. It is the deepest with the different types of geological periods and fauna. If you want to get a true experience of the mangrove forest, you must visit the Bangladesh side of the Sundarbans. The Bengali name Sundarban, Bengali, Sundarban means beautiful forest. It may have been derived from the word Sundari or Sundari, the local name of the mangrove species Heritiera fomes. Alternatively, it has been proposed that the name is a corruption of Samudraban, Shomadurban, sea forest, or Chundarbanda, the name of a tribe. The history of the area can be traced back to 200 to 300 AD. A ruin of a city built by Chand Sadagar has been found in the Bugmara forest block. During the Mughal period, the Mughal emperors leased the forests of the Sundarbans to nearby residents. The first forest management division to have jurisdiction over the Sundarbans was established in 1869. In 1875, a large portion of the mangrove forests was declared as reserved forests under the Forest Act, 1865, Act 8 of 1865. The remaining portions of the forests were declared a reserve forest the following year, and the forest, which was so far administered by the Civil Administration District, was placed under the control of the Forest Department. A forest division, which is the basic forest management and administration unit, was created in 1879 with the headquarters in Khulna, Bangladesh. T. you.